Have you ever wondered why happiness always seems just out of reach, like something distant and almost unattainable? If you're feeling this way, I want you to know you're not alone. God knows your struggles, your pain, and today, He wants to remind you of something powerful. He will make you happy again. Stay with me through this message, and let the words that follow reignite hope in your heart. God knows your heart like no one else. He sees the nights when you lay your head on the pillow, but sleep doesn't come because your mind is full of worries. He sees when you try to smile, but the smile doesn't reach your eyes because your heart is heavy. Maybe you've gone through moments of loss, disappointment, or challenges that seem never-ending. Life has been tough, and happiness seems to have drifted away. But listen to this. God hasn't forgotten you. He has never left you. In the Bible, in Jeremiah 29:11, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." God has plans for your happiness, plans to see you smiling again, to see joy return to your heart. He knows exactly what you need, and His timing is perfect. Sometimes it's hard to believe this when you're in the middle of a storm. It feels like the pain will last forever, and happiness is just a distant memory. But I want to encourage you to trust God, even when everything seems against you. Remember Job, who lost everything he had, but remained faithful to God. And in the end, God restored his happiness, giving him twice as much as he had lost. Just as God restored Job, He can restore your life too. Now you might be thinking, but how? How can God make me happy again after everything I've been through? The answer lies in trusting God and fully surrendering to Him. When you give your pain, your sadness, and even your doubts to God, He begins to work. He starts opening doors you never imagined existed. God turns mourning into joy, pain into healing, and tears into laughter. Another powerful example is that of Hannah, the mother of Samuel. Hannah was a woman who deeply desired to be a mother, but for many years she couldn't have children. She suffered from sadness and humiliation, but never stopped trusting God. She poured out her heart at the Lord's altar, and God heard her cry. He not only gave her a son, but made her the mother of one of Israel's greatest prophets. Hannah experienced complete happiness because she trusted that God had a greater plan for her life. God wants to do the same for you. He desires for you to experience true happiness, the kind that comes from Him and doesn't depend on circumstances. This happiness is lasting because it is rooted in God's love and grace. It transcends difficult moments and gives us the strength to keep going, knowing that God is in control. So how can we open ourselves to receive this happiness from God? First, we need to seek His presence daily. Draw near to God in prayer, read His Word, and meditate on His promises. As you do this, God will renew your mind and heart, filling you with a peace that only He can give. Second, trust in God's timing. Sometimes He allows us to go through difficult moments to teach us, strengthen us, and prepare us for something much greater. And third, thank God even before you see the change. Gratitude is a powerful key that opens the doors to happiness. When you thank God for what He is doing, even when you can't see it, you demonstrate faith and trust in His plan. If this message spoke to your heart, if you feel it can help someone else, I invite you to leave a like, share it with those who need to hear these words, and most importantly, leave a comment or a message. Your interaction is important and can make a difference in someone else's life. May God bless you and make you happy again in a way you never imagined.